there, folks. Stray Benzes here. Got a quick one, maybe not, depending on how this is going to go. But in today's episode, we're going to give the engine bay a bubble bath, and let's get in. As you can see, it's pretty grimy. I don't think this has been cleaned for a while. Sorry, in the view here. So I'm going to be really careful not to hit too many of the electrical connections with a high pressure stream of high pressure water. But what I'm going to do is, and I only have that little electric one, super quiet. I have a spot remover. I'll get to that in a moment. And then this stuff from, I believe, Brazil. You put that into sprayer at the ratio of 1 to 10, so 48 ounces. I have about 5 ounces of this fluid in there. That's supposed to promote cleaning. I have a couple of soft brushes, and yeah, well, that's gonna go. Let's at least get the stuff wet enough to start the cleaning process. There you go. So now we're going to take the sprayer. Oop. There we go. See what this does. And let that sit for a couple of minutes. All right, so now I have some brushes, and I'm gonna try cleaning this as best as we can. You get the idea. And the whole thing is to use soft brushes. In anything this old, if it takes excessive force to do it, then don't do it. All of this stuff is way too old, and anything that breaks on you is pretty much irreplaceable. And it's already amazing how different some of this stuff looks. Yeah, that's impressive. So we're going to let this sit a little more, do a little bit more brushing, and then we're going to hose it off and see what it looks like. I'm also being led to understand that if you use spot remover, because those two elements, the two things, the cleaning agents that I show you there, kind of sort of at the opposite spectrum of the pH level, that this is going to promote, there you go, even a deeper cleaning action. So I'm going to give that a try. What do I know? I will give this a try. I give anything a try first. I'm kind of like the human version of Curious George. And I do stupid stuff so you don't have to. And let that sit for another couple of minutes. Brush that off. And then we'll check out the results. All right. This is the result after pressure washing, drying it off, and holy smokes, that is pretty clean. And it really didn't take an awful lot of brushing or stuff, but that is finally clean. And what I'm really impressed by is this did not attack the those coatings of the injection system in some of the lines. It actually enhanced and cleaned all those fuel lines really nicely too. Yeah, and I know I'm getting to be pretty picky about this, like the cleanliness and all of that. But to me, it's just so much better to work on if you actually can see stuff where things are leaking, if they start leaking somewhere, and overall you don't get as grimy as you would otherwise. So that is a solid result, I have to say, for a 40-year-old car. And I don't think they ever really cleaned anything, which sometimes might actually not be a bad idea, because you go overboard with pressure washing. Water goes into crevices where it should really not be hanging out, so that's not cool. But this is a super nice result, nice and gleaming again, so pretty nice. Today's episode of cleaning the engine bay of a diesel, it's pretty much the same for for any of the gas engine type cars, so no worries. Don't go overboard with the pressure washer. Don't put it on the pulsing kind, the super high pressure and high concentrated stream. I don't think that's a good idea. You want to clean, but you don't want water in all these nifty nooks and crannies where, and heaven forbid, you have a garage queen and you do that, and it just sits. That water does more damage than it does good. So anyway, give me a like, share the channel, share the video. Until next time, bye.